Welcome back to week 7 of Oath Valorant. I'm Isaac, or Link Ghost, or Ghost, whatever you want to call me, I'm fine with, because I can take it. Unlike my co-host, Epi. How you doing today, Epi?
You're right. I can't take it. I'm actually really protective over my IP. The Epi brand can't go without being said, you know. Just you got to call it like it is. I respect your flexibility. But I'm having a great week.
It happens.
This is a special week, a busy week for me in life. Just made it through homecoming, but yet another important week. But not to say we've got an important game here tonight. Week 7, like you mentioned, only 8 weeks in our season. Finals next weekend. Right, not this upcoming one, next weekend. November 11th for our Valorant, November 12th for Overwatch. And, you know, it's gotten really spicy throughout these standings late in the season. We kind of predicted it back in week 4, but things are going really, really well for these teams. They're turning it around. And we've actually got a matchup between a really close race. There's not a clear first place yet, and there's certainly not a clear last place in our standings, which is going to dictate the seeding for that finals event. So a lot of good Valorant to be played here today. We're going to be headed to Sunset.
Yeah, I don't know much about this map. I've played it a few times on my own, watched some matches be played on it. And when I say I've played matches, I mean, I queue into a death match, I get headshotted 5 straight lives, and then I leave, but...
That's that iron will.
Yeah, that's that iron will that I was talking about earlier. You know, I can't take it in-game, but you can call me whatever. I just can't physically take it. Like, if you're just one-tapping me, I just break down. But I think this map has so many long lines of sight that it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. The amount of gun, it's kind of like Breeze. It's so far just if you look at the outline of the map, and I hate Breeze. I do think the changes, the most recent changes they've made to it, made it a little bit better. Not great, but it just feels like they replaced the constant cross map gunfights from Breeze, and they just put them on Sunset. So, hooray!
You know, taking a look at some of the angles that exist on on Sunset here, I'm actually really interested to see how teams handle themselves going through. Obviously, we have a new agent in Valorant, but Oath operates on that 2-week ban system that's so prevalent in a lot of these esports and leagues. So not going to be seeing ISO today, but should be active for our grand finals. So I hope to see some kids grinding that character, getting it ready, and getting excited for November 11th. I know I am.
We were talking about MJ Flu Game and Scottie Pippen and Steve Kerr and Dennis Rodman, which, if you don't know, are Chicago Bulls players during the 80s and 90s dynasty. But they were running ISOs, you know? So
I like that.
MJ was kind of the king of that, so maybe we'll see some at the finals.
Oh, yeah, just like Haven, 5-man clutch, holding B right in the middle of the map. 1 gunfight, 2 gunfight, 3 gunfight, 4. That'd be so fire. And, you know, these kids could do it, honestly. Honestly could. But here we are on Sunset. Now, obviously, this is a 2-site map, and if you've been with us for these last seasons, these last 7 weeks, first of all, shout out, thank you for that. But gonna have an attackers and defenders prevent the spike from going down, but the intentions are clear. This is a rush B strategy, and it's going to be up to Cypher and Jet to kind of slow things down. We're going to see that boombot come through. Restaurant trying to tag some people up. And little buddy gonna be able to go get that spike close. Restaurant has to peek, and that's gonna be a lot of damage from that tank grenade. Divorce absolutely just stuck on point. Kale not doing much either. This is a war of attrition here. Spike goes down, and It's absolutely even as Zodicus is left on point. The classic spray not going to happen there as Devore, Kai controlling the site. You're really going to be trying to make this retake happen. Dragon Gamer is going to be on this rotate. This
one enemy remaining.
Kai holding Athena there. That's going to be so important. And it's all up to Fry here.
Oh, don't fake.
Oh, the molly! The molly! He just has to buy some time. And this got half.
Get half though.
It got half.
It did get half.
That's
I
nice.
think there would have been probably enough time anyway, but the way this map is set up, there's no time wasted before you get active. Especially over towards this B site. You round that corner, and then it's basically you're on site. You know, it's kind of a little bit like Ascent over towards B. But I don't know. I feel like I think the way to play this though is with a good team push, all out aggression early. Just didn't go their way that first time, but we saw a lot of plants from Dogman Clan last week 10, which is almost every single round. So
Isaac, we are right into this thing.
Yeah, like I said, they just sprint.
No breaks.
They're just all there.
Oh, but look at how smart this is, right? You get that opening pick, and then you're considering this rotation. Devore might get sneaky through this path. Ooh, double fake. Get him questioning. Get him questioning. Devore's going to be having this perfect angle to say, hey, they're still here. Hold your horses. But even so, A's completely open at this point, right? And I'm not sure if that call was really clear, as Ace is walking right back into this plant here.
Spike
I'm going to get the spike down. And now it's just a matter of angles. Kale here with that Spectre can be so dangerous. We already see some of that Killjoy utility. These smokes going to be powerful. And Dogman Clan left with nowhere else to go. Dally in the mid lane going to find a nice damage throughout. Reshiram going to be stuck here. We're going to see that
last player standing.
Swarmer grenade kind of come in early. And
there's
Reshiram
two.
just has to wait. Yeah. And the wrap happening
they've
now.
got the pinch going. They've got the pinch going.
Those are nice shots from Zodicus to secure the round. Collect yourself a Spectre, and that's a great round from the attackers there. After going down, not being afraid, maintaining your composure, getting the spike down, and your economy sitting up really nicely.
Yeah, they've got the weaponry now. You know, usually the second round, your bonus round, goes your way. I feel like most times we see a start to a half, it goes 2-0 in favor of one team, but there are the occasional 1-1 splits, and that obviously is monumental for the team that lost round one, as you see 4 Vandals and a Spectre coming out for Ace, and they're look to just get straight active again on this A side again. You just spawn so close to your enemy on this map. It's so awesome.
Yeah, no kidding. Kai has some nice shots there. Going to be effectively traded out by Dogman Clan on that Gecko. And it's been an agent that he's absolutely loved. Performed really, really nicely on Zodicus. Pinging for the teammates. Love to see that kind of collaboration and teamwork from the defenders here. Checkmate. Try to get back into this action. Dragon Gamer's going to have this Bucky action, but timing just swung with the utility out. Not much to do about that. As
Cage trigger.
The retake's gonna be challenging here as Dogman Clan looks to get sneaky with the Reshiram here.
Standing.
Maybe we just try to stick at this
they do
one.
get the volleys off too.
Pros don't fake.
Cage triggered.
Oh, gotta trigger that cage. I mean, it's completely surrounded.
Just wall banged. That was tough.
Swallowed up by the members of Ace there.
Yeah, not a bad round. Not a bad round at all for Checkmate, right? Taking away a few guns, continuing to kind of have that economy. You also weren't expected to win that round in terms of economy, right? You had to make some big plays. Your buy wasn't perfect, so I expect to see Checkmate. This is really the equalizer of a round, right? The winner of this round is going to have a lot of momentum going into round 5, 6, 7, and really the future here. Gonna have a change-up on which site to play for here as Reshiram. All these smokes coming down. It's gonna be important we get that tripwire going. And
Athena's causing so much pressure over there towards A. Keeping those two members over there. Spray through the smoke.
Yeah, not much to do about that. Little buddy getting that spike down. As Devore finds Dally. Jet on jet violence. The flash coming through. Dogman Clan, the perfect time to swing. And it's just Kai and Kale. Yeah, left to try to make this thing a reality. Gonna have to clear a lot of angles, but move fast as this timer is ticking. Dogman Clan has this nice angle set up on Kale, but even a nicer, clean, crispy headshot. Gonna be able to find Zodicus at this point too, and that turret is gonna add extra pressure as Kale probably looks to just go for entries here, and I think that's the right play for the defenders here. Checkmate.
Oh, this is a lot of people coming at Kai. A lot of people. Woo!
Yeah, just gonna smartly. I mean, even this, I love that teams are playing for one another, right? Even in those last second, hey, maybe we can steal a gun from them. Well, just the teamwork there at play, the trades available. Even though nothing happened, it was the right thing to do, the fundamentally right, correct play to make. Loving what I'm seeing early.
Yeah, Athena started the round off by herself over towards A, and while the rest of the team was getting very aggressive towards B, getting on side. Dogman using that little buddy and wingman from Gecko to get it down, but now the whole team's over here towards A this time. No one going out by themselves.
Yeah, no, the perfect time to call for an A push. Ace catching Checkmate kind of off guard as Dragon Gamer finds Fry just a little bit out of position. Zodicus has made it onto point. Dogman Clan going to be setting up Little Buddy to go do his dirty work. Kai, a great flash is going to lead into the Seekers, and it's going to be difficult. Nice, clean headshot. He's on a tear today, and the rest of the attackers are kind of quartered off in this angle, this lane, if you will. Dragon Gamer taken down by Athena. Athena swinging through the smoke. She's been excellent. We're going to see the showstopper flying onto point. She's not quite sure where Reshiram is. Not quite there.
One enemy remaining.
Dally finds Reshiram. And this round that looked so dominant for the defenders is quickly becoming a 1 versus 2, but no one better than Kai here as he's holding that angle. Holding that spike down. See what he can find. Athena. Not quite the shots landing this time. Straight through the box is going to be safe for the most part. Dally holding the crossers.
One enemy
and
remaining.
A clean shot. This is a 3K going on maybe 4 for Kai, holding that angle, seeing if
this is 4 for either, I believe. Whoever gets the kill, 4K on the round.
Right. Absolutely, and Athena playing the time so patiently. Kai's gonna have to check all of these angles. Ooh, and a nice headshot. She's got clutch all over her. I mean, we can just think back to last week in terms of when you need the pick, when you need the clutch. Athena's right there. 9 kills so far through 5 rounds. She's on fire.
And I'm really liking the Raze pick from Athena. We've seen her on Chamber a few times. Not going to lie, I do not like the Chamber pick for Athena because I just think how good she is on Sky, on Astra, on Raze. So I'm liking the Raze pick, the Duelist pick, obviously working out well. I think she's such a good entry frag and also has that clutch gene. So being able to get on site and stay alive, I like coming down here early.
Yeah.
Dragon Gamer, known for the aggression.
Yeah, gonna bite him just a little bit here, but I think you're okay with that if you're Checkmate. You know, you want your key players to get active early. Reshiram in this sneaky spot is gonna find Dogman Clan, gonna find Dally, and that spike's on point. It's gonna be kind of difficult, treacherous, if you will, to cross onto B to kind of make that thing happen. And Kale, great supporting smoke throughout. Fry considering pushing it. He's getting it straight through the smoke. The tracers, shots flying back and forth, but really stymieing this attack. Oh, how do you like that word? Devore, look at this angle. It's a pixel. Devore was holding a pixel.
Blinded.
And a nice
One
flash, a
enemy
nice
remaining.
swing. It was all up to Zodicus, not going to be happening this round, and the defenders pick up their second. That's a big swing in momentum for Checkmate.
Yeah, especially after letting the last round slip away from you. You know, you had numbers advantage that previous round, 4-2, with Spike down.
Yeah.
But just not able to go your way. So a good bounce back there. Got a little bit more weaponry this time. Some members of Ace kind of dwindling down on that money. So another round here for Checkmate would be huge. But like you said, Epi, the stakes of this game are massive. It would put them both at 3 and 4 on the season. And for Checkmate, you couldn't ask for a better second half of the season. Started rough, but kind of that midway through the season had a meeting, you know, worked some things out, and they've won their last 2. So looking to continue to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, no, that first 4 weeks can be so challenging as some of this utility's getting pushed. What was very aggressive, very fast, has kind of slowed things down here. Kale gonna use that ult to try to get a little bit aggressive. Dally finds Dragon Gamer in the mid lane. And Kale, look at this angle! But Athena unfazed. Blast Pack's onto point. And just gets this thing down. Dogman Clan and a little buddy. Name a better wingman.
I love this position from Athena. I mean, you just don't expect to look up here.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, look at this cubby.
It's even better.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that existed.
As,
Dally holding down mid too. Yeah, it's just
the full wrap.
almost impenetrable.
I mean, close to a flawless right here.
Oh.
Athena falling to Devore. Devore very keenly aware of that angle, and Kai might walk into the back of Dally. Kai gets the better of those shots. Re-swings.
Here for hellfire.
Oh my gosh. Devore on the wrong side of the map. This Spike is gonna find 2.
Spike kills.
Spike
Two
kills.
spike kills.
Big one for both teams here. Put it on the tally.
that.
Tally her up. Tally her up. Chat, that's 2.
Didn't have very many last week, so nice to see the return.
It was kind of surprising. I feel like we had 4 maybe or something like that.
I think it came especially in the second game though. I felt like the first
Yeah.
game was pretty dry.
Yeah.
But that's the thing here at Oath. It's always the opposite. So this round has really been pretty aggressive attacks from Ace.
Yeah.
You know, and there's not a lot of defaults, a lot of team play, team pushes.
I must wait.
I expect something completely different.
Oh, I love this. The Ares. Little buddy makes it to sight, and there's not going to be a way to
Spike
stop this
planted.
thing from coming down. The rest of the defenders are going to have to rotate. Just out of necessity, the mosh pit going to deny a little bit of space. That Killjoy turret. Oh, and this smoke is massive from Kale as Kai, holding this angle, deletes Dally. Good night. And look at the rush on the point. On the Spike. Gonna have a lot of visual clutter, a little bit of the blender action going on, and Reshiram's gonna sit here, maybe hold this thing down as Kale jumps through the smoke.
enemy
He's been
remaining.
so smart with his beats. And Kale finds 3 as the rest of the teams diffuses that Spike, clears out the danger, and checkmate. Great round from them.
Yeah, kind of just be trading blows here in this first half. Really, it's off the back of finding those kills right after the spike is planted. If they're able to find those kills and bring numbers even, they usually can work together a counter push and take control of site right there to send Kale basically into B main and just shut him down. 3K on the round, so good response there, like you said, from checkmate.
And you know, I like this from Ace. They're considering just a fast push. Kale not able to find anything even with that blind. The smoke's gonna slow things down. I mean, you're gonna just be forced to use some of that utility. I can't imagine. Oh, the dog. Kale not going to spray through some of this. I think it could be so effective. Dragon Gamer taken out by Zodakis at the back of that map. And the cap's kind of off. Ace could rotate, and I think that's what we're going to see. Earlier we saw a fake rotation. I don't think there's a better time to actually pull the trigger on this one. And Fry sending in those smokes. I think we've got a B push for sure here. It's all going to be up to Reshiram and some utility. They're spraying through the tripwires, through the turrets. And that's a nice pull. The cage is going to slow things down. Athena's already pushed through the smoke. With that shorty, not this time. Dogman Clan,
Spike
little
planted.
buddy, going to be doing stuff. It's Fry and Dally left to kind of handle this thing, but there's nobody to stop the spike from being
Reshram
defused.
did it last round too. Pros don't
Just don't
fake. Almost an identical result from the last round. Kale finding 3 on the round. Reshram holding it while the Omen with the celestial powers gets the job done. Or interdimensional powers. I feel like Astra's more celestial, but
I could see that.
you know,
No, I could see that.
I like the point stands.
You're right. Yeah, we're going to see a timeout coming from Ace. Going to right this ship. Hey, let's keep our foot on the pedal. As we've seen 9 rounds of this game so far, and I've really liked them. You know, in my games, I didn't expect some of the aggression, some of the speed of the aggression. So I've been really surprised at the rate at which these players have been executing onto sites, using their utility early in the rounds, denying angles, and then even holding some cheeky off angles in some cases. More than anything else, my God, what hot hands we've had so far with some of these taps. Kai in particular, only 3 deaths so far in 9 rounds. He's having a great game there. Absolutely. We have a hydrate the casters. We're going to do that. 5 seconds here. All right, Isaac, drink.
Oh, we're getting it done right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Okay.
right now.
Okay, yeah, no,
Right
we're
now.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was
Thank
ready.
you.
I just didn't
Yeah.
know we were going.
I know. I keep them on the toes, right? On your toes. And just like that, Ace gonna keep them on their toes too. Look at Kale's spot in this hollow smoke.
Oh,
How's
the
that
judge
down?
too.
Oh.
Good flank there.
Yeah, Dragon Gamer.
That trade though.
Very big trade. Gonna be peeking, probably swings and Fry finds that headshot. And it's just the 2 players remaining for Checkmate on the defense. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a rotation, but it seems like the execute's gonna be here on A. Dogman Clan letting Gecko do the work. Kai knows exactly. It's so patient. It's so patient.
My ult's ready. Seek them.
Oh, and Seekers?
Down one.
There's no such thing as a
The
lost
cabbages.
round. Yeah, Kai
There's
wants the
another.
smoke here.
One
Gotta
Last
be able to
player
find Dogman
standing.
Clan, and he's in a 1v2 situation.
Oh, the pop
Finds
flash.
Zedekis,
Not
the
gonna be
swing.
enough. I think just missed with the flash. I don't think got Zodicus
that
fully.
full
I think
blast,
the
yeah.
Bird, I think the bird was a little bit behind,
Uh-huh.
but that's
What
a good bounce back again from Ace, man. Just trading blows back and forth, like we said. Once Checkmate's able to, I mean, really 2. I don't want to say dominant, but nearly identical kind of game planned responsive rounds after those spikes were planted in rounds, I believe 8 and 9. There's for Checkmate, so a good response there to extend the lead a little bit for Ace.
Yeah, we're gonna see that early peak, but also just the smart decision to kind of back away. Kai getting a big flash going on, and Dragon Gamer is gonna be pushing with that Empress. The Spectre, one of the most dangerous guns, especially in Dragon Gamer's hands. But it's actually a split push here. Kale and Reshiram don't really know what's going down. Athena using that paint grenade, getting some good damage in. Now the rest of the team is gonna be rotating over to A. And it seems like Ace wants to collaborate, maybe just go mid, but that spike's certainly headed to B. Yeah, full rotation, and the defenders really don't have an option but to hold these sites split. Devore swings, but Athena is already through so far. Kai gets swung as well. Dally in this offing, knife out for both players. Finds 2 nice picks.
You should run.
And Tacker
Last
Killjoy going
round before
down.
the switch.
I'm almost wondering if you'll want that this round.
Yeah, probably a
alright.
misclick. Probably a misclick. It does happen.
Gets
I
the
can tell
best
you.
of us.
It doesn't happen to me so
Oh,
much
that's right.
in
No, just in general. You know, Isaac, you're elite. You'd never miss.
No, it doesn't happen to me in Valorant, but in Overwatch with that little Q right beside W, I just Reaper all back basically every other time I spawn, and so it's awesome.
You know, just how it goes. Kale.
Oh,
the smoke! Oh, he's so flashed. Everybody's flashed. Nobody knows.
Back while the flash.
Oh my god!
The big brain.
What was that? Kale gets 3.
Oh, still going Ace watch.
Ace.
Spike down
Ace.
A.
Switch his gun. 4 bullets. Everybody's swinging. Give him the ace. Not this time.
Oh,
Dally.
no. Dally with 3 though. Ace potential for Dally as well. Pops the Jet 9 for Restroom. No, when Dally is weak, just sprayed around that corner. We didn't even try to get on the site. We didn't even move anywhere. As soon as those walls dropped, we were active. What an end to that first half.
Oh my gosh, you're right. The first half is over. That's it. Oh my gosh. What a decision. What a play from both teams. The angles, the shots. Holy. And let me tell you, you don't get any of that sort of gameplay from anywhere else on the internet. It's unique to Oath here today. And wow, I'm impressed. Okay, so 5-7. Ace, a slight lead here in Sunset. But I've really enjoyed how these teams have played. I'm almost curious if we're going to see a really default push from Checkmate as they look to just see what's available. Athena, you're going to find both players on A, and that's not what you're hoping for as these rounds get more and more interesting. Yeah, Dragon Gamer here with the Frenzy going to be leading the charge onto A. Athena got tagged up quite a bit. She's going to be low for any engagements that she might take, but knowing her, she has the game sense to just play really safe. Dragon Gamer clearing these angles. Everybody just playing really patient. Yeah. One quick step. I don't know if that's enough to really alert. These shots down mid certainly will, as Athena might swing and try to find this spike. Reshiram, you have no cover. Spike planter goes down, not before the plant can go down. That's going to be another...
Last player
the attackers are going to have to do a lot. Dragon Gamer trying to find something, but defenders getting that flawless. Ace with a great pistol round.
Yeah, and also one of the first defaults we've seen all game. We didn't really see that much from Ace on the first half, so be interesting to see if Checkmate is like, okay, I see why they didn't play many defaults and just kept with the aggression and basically just sprinting onto site. Although, it does look like right now so far they're just going to work themselves over towards that B site as a team. Nobody straggling off. Maybe a little bit of pressure towards mid. Or maybe a full mid pressure. Full mid push.
Oh, we're headed through the door? Yeah, there's actually a door here. We didn't see Ace utilize it at all on the attacks. Didn't clear that corner. So dangerous here as Zodicus gonna be in control of this space. Dragon Gamer finds a nice kill on the Classic. Probably just caught him off guard, to tell you the truth. Kai getting close to Zodicus. But it's probably just going to be 2 ships passing in the night. Athena not finding much. Zodicus holding down the site. And Spike's going down on A. Completely catching Ace kind of by surprise here. Zodicus might wait for the team to wrap around.
His positioning from Kydex could be massive, though. Playing so patient. Playing the trades. Oh, that bot is not fun.
Yeah, that's a pretty brutal. And Kai, only the Classic to kind of try and deal with this situation. I mean, you got to do what you got to do here, but yeah, that's tough. Ace gonna get another beef. Oh, little buddy. Let's go, little buddy. You get it, bud. You're gonna sit on that spike.
Like a little barrel.
Yep.
like just like a little sitting on a little drum.
He's
Defusing,
familiar
playing with the
planting
wires.
it. He's familiar with diffusing it. You know, I think little Buddy might actually be the most savvy in terms of the spike. Tell you the truth. You never know.
That is true.
Yeah.
Although I was thinking of a completely different game that is not relevant to this, but 2 straight rounds for Ace on the defense. They're playing really good. Really good out of the second half. Feeling confident in their stops. Athena and Dally have kind of just been the brick walls, the spears, the pillars, you know, kind of one on each side or together, just locking it down, not even letting them get onto site. Like that 2 rounds ago, Dally and Athena both had 2 on the rounds, so not much you can do when those 2 are firing on all cylinders like they are today. So
Totally
if you checkmate, how do you respond? How do you move forward with this? You know, do you try to change up the pace? You know, go back to that default after seeing it not be super successful at the start of the second half. You know, how do you respond after the first couple rounds of the second half don't go your way?
Yeah, I mean, that's an age-old question, but it's going to be up to these teams to kind of make their decision. I like the idea that Checkmate can win some of these rounds just off of their gunfights, right? You lean on Kai, you lean on Kale, who have both been outstanding so far. And, I mean, you just got to keep shooting, you know? Just like basketball, you got to keep doing your best part to get things going. You could see a default, but I actually really, really enjoyed Checkmate's hyper aggression. Or sorry, I guess it was Ace's hyper aggression in the first half. Just 5 on site, send all the smokes. Let's do this thing. Dally isn't probably the cheekiest corner ever. I mean, who's really looking back here? Really smart stuff. Reshiram might be able to catch Athena here. It's going to be Judge versus Bucky. Shotgun versus shotgun. Both players a little bit too anxious to peek. Not going to happen this time. Now, Kai has this Phantom. Has an idea of where Dally and even Zodicus are playing at. If you're an attacker here, you're really just looking for the next opportunity to make a strike, right? Where will the defenders be playing? There's so much Killjoy utility on site here on that corner, on that default angle. Kai. Kale. Dynamic duo here. And Dally just swings at the perfect time. And it's all up to Reshiram, who just has this Bucky, no spike, not a lot to live for here. He's going to be kind of running it.
30 seconds left.
Walking into B, gonna see what they can do to kind of maybe take away some guns or even save the Vandal. I think that's a pretty smart play too.
Yeah, try to look for some of those exit kills if they do in fact come this way, but I mean, they're just gonna sit and watch and hover around a spike like it's campfire. CAMPFI. That might be trademarked. Probably not safe to do that, but we're gonna do it anyway. Kind of allude to it. Good enough. Yep. You all get what I'm talking about.
Do they though? I feel like
I was about to say that was one of the early episodes too.
Like, it really was.
That might be like 2006. 7.
What was
maybe earlier?
The fish bear.
Oh, I'm old, man. And I turned 21 this week.
Happy early birthday, Isaac. Happy early birthday. This should be awesome. Super excited for you.
Yes.
I don't even know. Because that was the episode with the circles.
Yes.
Thou shalt not pass.
Not the square. Circle.
No, not the square. It's the code. And
looking away from it.
Really trying to do their best to have that same circle of protection that SpongeBob utilizes. The leer, the protection. Devore peeked, but didn't check. Oh my God! Kill. The 3K for Zodicus. Dragon Gamer's on fire.
Gamer sitting in the molly, and we got
That's a campfire.
That one really is the campfire. Well said there. Well said. They were listening.
Gosh.
Fry was listening to us with that Molly.
Thanks,
It
Fry.
was a sea bear, by the way.
It was a sea bear.
Overthinking it.
Yeah.
But it is 11-5 here on Sunset.
Yeah, this game coming to an end. Ace has won the last 4 rounds of defense. I mean, it's been stalwart. Obviously, they had a good first half too, but their defense has seemingly been on a different level as Dragon Gamer kind of taking the spike up mid. He's going to be swinging into Dally. Dally gets the best of that
Spike
one.
down, B.
Kale swinging through his smoke. And nice shots on the Fry. Unlike anything else you ever seen before, Athena finds Reshiram lurking
Hawk out.
as
Blinded.
really the rest of these attackers are having to play through mid. Kale holding down some angles. Devore versus Dally. This is an important moment. But Devore's getting kind of collapsed on. Can't see anything. Oh, finds one through the goo. Nickelodeon Slime Blaster. And Kai and Kale, yet again. I mean, this is like the backbone of these checkmate comps. These two so good.
Oh,
take the
give me that.
spike.
We saw it last week too.
Yeah, it's one of his favorite plays. Zodicus might peek right through the
Spike
smoke.
planted.
Kale. Oh,
Diffuse the spike.
some tight angles here as Kai, kind of in the right
Two.
spot. Kale's on site. He's like, help.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
he's
Help,
stuck.
Kai, help!
Oh,
Flash.
in the trades.
The flash.
Watching each angle. That puts him on match point, Epi. That is just a great play there by Kale.
Match
It's
point.
not enough though. The members of Ace were too close and responded too quickly. Kind of pinched him before Kale could get off site. And that's helped them. I mean, they've won 5 rounds in a row. They obviously feel a lot more comfortable on the defense side. And 2 ops coming out. I love
Ooh.
it because, you know, the angles, the long lines of sights that you can get on Sunset make it, I think, for a good op map. But Dally with an op, Jet with an op, that's dangerous. So look for Dally to maybe just call checkmate on to checkmate.
Yeah, certainly a treacherous position here. I really like this from Athena. Getting very aggressive. Going to be finding Devore. Swinging.
One
Finds
enemy
2
remaining.
with the help of Dogman
Spike
Clan.
down A.
There's only 1 player left, Kale. It's clutch or kick time. If you can't get all 5, this game is over. Dally falling. Zodicus with the shorty kill to end
Defenders
us off. Ace with a flawless end to this game of Sunset. That's a great game.
Dally didn't even get a chance to use the op.
No, not this.
I mean, the push from Dogman Clan and Athena over towards that Ace site basically ended the round before it ever started.
Yeah.
Athena, Dally, Zodicus, just outstanding today, really, for Ace. Kind of a rocky first half back and forth between both teams, but it seems like Ace just kind of have checkmate's number, you know. I think that's 3 wins so far this season. 3 of 4 wins for Ace have been over checkmate. So kind of just rivals, grudge match. Just it seems like there's an extra level of attention to detail and intensity coming in from Ace when they play checkmate. So they got to be feeling good after that one.
Yeah, I totally agree. That is going to do it for the first half of our matchups tonight. Checkmate falling to Ace. Ace moving into 4-3. That's basically tied for the best record pending Space Mode versus Vandals. Going to be our second half starting at 8 p.m. But don't go anywhere. We've got the fitness wheel drawing and some more exciting Valorant. I'm excited to see how the other teams play Sunset. We always talk about how different and maybe how like mirrored even they look. So hang out, go get yourself a drink. Come right back, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
Welcome back, everybody, for Game 2 of Week 7 Oath Valorant. But before we get into our second game on Sunset, we've got a wheel spin.
Yeah, you're totally right. We'll get just straight into it. Fitness wheel, of course, if you've been following us, as you should be all 7 weeks. We have the fitness wheel set up for people to complete 3 acts of fitness per week. Not too many, just enough, and we'll give out prizes if you can complete these things. So this is across all of the aspects of Oath. We've got the youth leagues, the comp teams, and really anybody else who's part of the program. This week, only 3 entries. Guys, we talked about this. 3 entries? Well, for these 3 wonderful people, Will, Athena, Zanjamin, every time, I promise these people have been in here every week. So really proud of these 3, and they're having the chance to win Valorant, Riot Games gift card, or even a Battle.net gift card. Super sweet. I know that Overwatch just released the K-pop collab, so maybe that's the angle you go for, or if you're in the Valorant. I know I just saw somebody was like, hey, can somebody send me $20 so I can buy the Mage Punk Vandal? Could have been this. Not naming names or anything, but without
Gotta do your
ado,
fitness.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta do your fitness. Just
You get
gotta.
free skins for fitness.
That's what I'm saying.
Technically.
Free skins. Free skins. Skins get wins too. Absolutely.
Pay to win.
All right. Pay to win. Without further ado, let's kick this thing off. We'll spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1, go.
And he's spinning the wheel.
He's spinning the wheel.
Oh, it's a close
Oh my
one.
God, it was close. Will.
We're just 3. You're Will. Not
Oh,
really. Not this time.
It's me. It's
But
me.
like you are.
Nah, not this time. Will, remember the player council, one of the comp teams as well. So really proud of you for doing your fitness, staying with the program, hanging out with us. And it's a great look. Great look for real. Thanks for doing that.
Great look
But-
is whenever I have green all over my face because the wheel spin. I think it's funny.
On the chroma? What?
Yeah.
What? Who would do such a thing?
We've got Space Mode and Vandals for our second match, which is... It really has major implications, right?
Mhm.
Because Ace
Mhm.
just became 4-3,
Yep.
right? The winner of this either becomes 5-2, right? Sets themselves apart, almost guarantees that 1 seed. Could be Space Mode, right? Or if
Mhm.
Vandals win, we have 3 4-3 teams.
3 ties.
And so then things get crazy next
And that
week.
week 8 matters so much.
Especially
Absolutely.
whenever players can pick the map
Mhm.
for next week's game. So really big implications here in this second game between Space Mode and Vandal.
Yeah, so really excited to get into this one. Obviously, we've had some of the Space Mode leading the way with the record. Some really great performances from that team and their coach. So I'm excited to get things going. Honestly, I think it's time to just send this into the game.
Let's just do it.
Sunset, one of the newer maps of Valorant. I think it is the newest. Obviously, ISO just came out, but we follow that 2-week ban period, so we're not going to see any ISO tonight, but it will be on
No
the table
domain
for
expansions.
No domain expansions,
expansions.
no 1v1s, not happening today. We're team-centered here at Oath. And Sunset, this map was awesome in our first match. Isaac, you hit the nail right on the head when you said that these spawn gates are so close to the spike, so close
Spawning
to the
on top
action.
of each other, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like peek one corner and you've seen the whole enemy team, right? If they're there, that's where they are. This is kind of a close quarters map without being just like always bumping into each other. But if you want to, you can run it down 13 rounds in a row. Absolutely run it down 13 rounds in a row and have some good success. We actually saw a flawless defense streak from Ace in our last game on Sunset. Shut out. Checkmate as they were playing defense. So
Yeah, and it was on the
Select your
backs of
agent.
Athena and Dally just really being
Yeah.
the pillars of that defense. So if you got strong cores, which both of these teams absolutely do, whenever you're on that defensive side, if you can have somebody lock it down and not let them get so aggressive and get onto site so early because you do spawn so close, if you can shut that push down early or at least delay some time, get your teammates over there to help you, it really helps you win those rounds.
Yeah, no, in two different compositions. I mean, we didn't see Astra at all in the first game. A completely different KO as well. But I really like actually seeing Cypher. Cypher is kind of a silly agent, but one that works really nicely on a lot of these angles here on Sunset. So many corridors and like, I'll call them chokes, truly, because they're chokes. Throughout Sunset on the map. So going to be interesting to see how these two teams leverage their utility and the way in which they go about attacking. I mean, I told you, you can see just all out 5-person pushing aggression or even some really nice default plays. So going to be interesting to see how things roll out, and it's going to start on a whisper. We're going to see slow push, slow walk onto B here. Coop just doing some soft steps, but it's actually going to be these stars that give us the biggest getaway. Share gets caught by that tripwire. Rat Kid going to be trying to find some damage with that classic, not this time. Coop in this perfect off angle to try and deny this spike. Dapper, the shots just don't land. Dapper getting the best of Coop right there, and the attackers here, Vandals, secure the spike on point. It's up to Typicality and Donut Lord playing together. I like this. Playing for your trades, playing for your outs, deciding which angle to play for. As they have this mountain, this 2v4 to kind of deal with. And it's all going to start with this flashbang. Not going to be able to find anything here yet. They know where these attackers are.
They're running out of time, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice shot from Typicality there. Is going to open this thing up nicely, but you're totally right. There's just not really enough time to do much of anything. The spike's going to get some lethal action here early, too.
4 on the day.
4 on the day. Tally them up. Tally them up. Absolutely tally them up.
Love some spike kills. I love the patience there early from Vandals. They didn't give any sound until they were ready to attack, right? They didn't just sprint directly on the side. They played a little quiet at first, probably 5 to 8 seconds. And then they made that decision to go. Coop found that first kill onto Share through the smoke with the help of the tripwire from Cypher, from Rat Kid. But then the remaining members of Vandals kind of just all ran around on site and got the picks. And again, these spawn rooms are so close to the doors.
Yep, we actually see such an aggressive play coming out from the defense, from space mode, and they're actually able to get one of these Spectres off of Vandals, which can have such a major impact throughout the rest of this round here. Rat Kid gonna be holding down this mid angle, gonna have to deal with kind of that turret doing some chip damage in. Sage, Donut Lord getting some heals in. And I really actually like the way that the defense is handling these retakes. They're all taking sort of the same angle, right? Gonna ensure that you can get some trades going. Coop gonna get shot by Dapper right there in the mid lane. It's all up to Donut Lord with just a classic and a Spectre. Tough angles to play here. But possible. Gonna be able to find.
And there's the whole team.
Yeah. Don't you love when you swing?
There on the swing. Yeah,
and there's just like 4 people, 5 maybe.
The whole team just staring you down.
The tracers coming in, the Gecko utility. I mean, it's just one of those things. One of them fun things.
A good start here, though. If you're Vandals, they've got the spike planted both rounds, which you can absolutely, in a lot of times, win rounds without even getting the spike down, just because you get the kills. But getting the spike down kind of gives you a sense of stability, something to play around, and also time. Time is on your side. So I like that they're making sure to get the spike down, and they're not moving right now. They're
Defaults.
very patient start here, especially since Space Mode kind of ran at them last round at the start. So they're gonna do it again, and I'm gonna be ready this time.
Yeah, no, and not even like really, really passive angles from both teams here as they're holding. And finally, I think Lion Gamer has spotted, I think that's Share on these jump peaks. Steps coming through. It's going to be a little bit more obvious. Breach utility is going to slow things down as both teams are just dumping utility into this corridor, into this alleyway. We're going to see some 2 shots from Coop here. Going to be doing a lot of damage, making 3 on the round. And kind of a blender situation. Really nice stuff from the defenders of Space Mode. Holding that angle down, showing why they have the best record in the league as of right now. Trying to hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean, the patience did not pay off there for Vandals. You know, they stuck around because Space Mode kind of sprinted at them in round 2. But that only let Space Mode be more confident in their defense. You know, they were just able to kind of slowly close in and know that Vandals is feeling nervous already. So they made sure to just play the trades, play together. And Coop, obviously, 5 kills already through 3 rounds, feeling good.
In sight.
Yeah, Bunny Fufu gonna use this leer to try to get some angles. I mean, both teams kind of aware of just these Cypher tripwires and what they can do. Donut Lord's gonna find Dapper here in the mid lane. That's Spike. I wouldn't be surprised if he's calling for the rotate. Now they're gonna use that wall to kind of protect themselves, but Share long range Spectre kill.
The timing!
The timing. Gonna be shutting down Share. That's okay. It's a 4v4, and the attackers are actually all the way on to A. Dapper going to be able to get that spike down. Rat Kid finds Bunny Fufu. Attackers in a 3 versus 4 situation. Spike on their side. A lot of utility coming through. I think the defenders are waiting for Donut Lord's wall to kind of come down, open yourself up to another angle. But look at this. What's better than pushing is 2? Pushing is 3. We've got everybody on the same angle here. Coop finds Dapper off that leer. T-Sword in that off angle, that lane, if you will. He's going to be able to find Coop, but T-Sword trading back. And it's all going to be up to Pydros here. The pull, the blast, and Rat Kid falling. Typicality. You just have to play for time.
I think enough has been done.
Enemy remaining.
Especially if you just find the kills anyway. You don't even need to worry about time. Although, Spike kill. Yep.
Number 5!
There it is, number 5.
Give it up for number 5!
Number 5. But what a 1v3 right there from Pydros, using the util from Astra, the pull, getting them off the spike, and then challenging, finding those first 2 kills, and the time is that much against you as the diffuser. You kind of just have to stick it and hope, and Pydros found the 3rd. Good bounce back there from Vandals. Again, they're playing very patient to the start of these rounds, so it'll be interesting to see kind of a mid push this time. We haven't seen that from them yet.
Open middle. How long is it going to take for Vandals to know that they have exactly what they want, right? 5 people down mid. We're going to go through market. Dapper finds this tripwire, knifes it. Gonna kind of wake people up. Bunny Fufu finds Rat Kid. And we're gonna see the Empress coming down. Dapper going to the default location.
Counter Empress.
Spike down.
Just gonna stop things, dismiss a little bit. Lion Gamer finds 1. Now the defenders are wrapping, and this smoke is gonna slow things down. It's all up to Share here, but Coop, Typicality, everybody swinging together. That's swarming levels of defense for Space Mode. And a nice second round out of the 5 we've played so far. 2-3, Space Mode down, Vandals up, headed into round 6.
Koopa is frying with the Reyna here early, kind of primarily playing this little cubby corner Rat Kid spot, maybe feeling inspired by the teammate over here towards B, but it's working. I know, has denied the plant that first round, getting that kill onto Share. And since then has kind of just been able to find 2 or 3 picks in each round that they've won. So definitely need Coop to keep playing with the hot hand, and things should work out in Space Mode's favor.
Now, obviously, Vandals on a little bit of a save round here. Not very much money to be working with. They've had 2 rounds in a row that have been didn't go their way. Lion Gamer going to be peeking mid, double leer down mid. I mean, just some funny actions here. Rat Kid's actually kind of drawn away by the premise of a mid push. He's going to pull back both tripwires, and B has no utility to slow this thing down. Dapper putting down that turret. Objective number 1 is just get this spike down. Coop gonna be finding Cher early,
Spike planted.
but spike goes down, and this is exactly what you're looking for. Coop finds a
Coop
second.
in that corner yet again.
He's even aware of where this guy
enemy
is.
remaining.
T-Sword. Not gonna be able to do very much. Pydros gonna be pulled in by the neural theft. I mean, it's gonna be more than obvious where Pydros is at right now, and not anything going down. Attempting for that three click, but Coop 4 kills on the round. Just a masterclass in defensive prowess there. 13 and 3s so far through 6 rounds. That's averaging a little just over 2 kills per round. That's insane, Isaac. That is insane.
Yeah, they started down 0-2, and now it's 3-3, similar to Vandal's record. Started the season 2-0, now 3-3, and this how much this match means. Also, both teams, they played each other twice already. This is meeting number 3. They're also 1-1, so each time, you know, this matchup is so close so many times between these two teams. Pixel Peak coming in from Donut Lord, not going to be enough. Hydros ready, and there's everybody just sprinting, flocking over to that A site.
Lion Gamer the full swing, the Vandal spray.
Spike planted.
Awkward. As it's happening here, Coop down mid in this hollowed out smoke. It's probably going to make their push from here, waiting smartly for the rest of the team. Rat Kid going to be able to swing with Coop, and even this Leer. It's going to be a lot of damage here. Turret stuck. Dapper back sight. Looking. Bunny Fufu exposes themselves. A nice clean one-tap. Typicality finding one from the back of A. It's 2v2. Bunny Fufu here on site. Obviously, Pydros in a little bit of a different location, doing the pull, the bomb, holding down this lane, but Typicality, a great shot, has been on fire here on the defense. Collects their 4th round and 3rd in a row, 4-3.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great time chow from Typicality onto Pydros, the remaining member of Vandals, gets that kill, immediately sprints back, gets that defuse, wasting no time, didn't have any time to waste. 3 rounds in a row from Space Mode 4, the last 5, they got to be feeling good, you know, whatever. I really, once they started getting those guns, things started going their way. You know, if you lose at least a good friend once told me, if you lose the pistol rounds, you win the gun rounds. If you win the gun rounds, you got it. We're good.
Absolutely.
Lost it there, but oh well.
No, that's okay. Vandals right now are broke. They don't have any guns. I mean, we're on like a full save here. T-Sword has a bulldog. I mean, Cher's going in with the jet knives. These are one-tappers. Cher might actually be able to find Typicality here on this off angle. You're going to be patient with him, only chunking him down to 50 HP. Rat Kid, the perfect Cypher tripwire, just absolutely obliterates Dapper. Dapper tries to just, you know, walk. Was that too much to ask for? Vandals wondering. Down 2 players here on this attack round. Round number 8.
Yeah,
and not much to work with.
This map in combination with the Cypher changes are just awesome. It's so great.
Yeah, Cypher struggled as a native for a little bit. Bunny Fufu finds Coop. They weren't aware that
they didn't check the corner.
Check in the corner.
Enemy remaining.
And these things spicing up very quickly. Bunny Fufu has a Spectre. The ability to play this Daze is going to come through.
Left.
But I don't think Pydros will be, or not Pydros. That's Typicality. I get the 2 confused. I will be swinging too hard. Bunny Fufu, 20 seconds left, kind of has to win a 1v1, right? Whichever site you want, check all these angles. Bunny Fufu, not going to be able to find anything. Typicality, that Vandal spray, on fire. Absolutely on fire. Was it Typicality who was having a birthday pop-off?
Yep.
Just a few weeks ago. I mean, I would say we got to check the books. Is it his birthday again today? 11-2, right? 2 deaths over 8 rounds. I mean, we're talking all-time greats kind of score line right now. Ultimates online for both teams here. I could see some crazy stuff happening. I think it's going to hinge off Pydros's astral wall and kind of see where else the round takes them. Maybe a Bunny Fufu Empress to get things started. But a lot of steps going on to B. We're going to see that Omen smoke try to slow things down. B's kind of stacked for space mode here as they have a lot to
I'm just going to start calling this Coop's Corner. It just played here and been a rock the whole game, so I expect probably 3 kills from this position, like we've seen time and time again. Or they're just gonna run away.
That's so smart.
And leave one remaining member.
I mean, we saw all of the utility just get dumped at that doorway, that choke that's so difficult to push through, and even the whole rotate from the enemy team, right? The whole rotate from the defense. Now the defense starting to get a little ants in their pants, a little bit of anxiety, not really sure what's going to happen here as really everybody's continuing to hold Coop in his corner. Rat Kid in the market, the tripwire holding down these angles, but it's really 5 versus 2.
30 seconds left.
As Share. Oh, even the full rotate. They think it's A. They've waited so long.
You are divided.
And the Astro Wall's going to come out, going to completely cut off the corner.
Oh,
Coop
that's
no
huge.
longer
What
in
a
his
wall.
space. And when I say
Spike
this
planted.
Astro Wall is going to set things up, I mean, really, the defenders have no clue where on the other side of this wall the Vandals could be. Oh, the Breach Ultimate's going to do so much. Share's taking claim in that corner
enemy
here. Lion
remaining.
Gamer back of the corner through T-Spawn. 3K. Shutting this thing down, and what looked like a great execute sours rather quickly as Space Mode and the rest of the defense get things going. Trying to share some of these points, trying to get that res online for Donut Lord, and that Spike's still going to have plenty of time to be defused. That's some good teamwork.
There was like 8 kills in 2 minutes there, 3 minutes there.
Yeah.
I mean, they all just waited till that very last second, and then off the back of the typicality breach ult, and then everybody just sprinted. You know, two picks coming in. 4 Vandals not going to be enough though. Space Mode, especially with Lion Gamer over there towards B main, hiding behind that little box, able to find 3, but I mean, they've just been rolling. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here soon from Vandals, excuse me, try to get things under control before the end of this first half. But Space Mode, if this you couldn't ask for a better start really to this second half, or to the second game, first half. Man,
it's like that. Rat Kid's going to be suppressed here, and those tripwires go off when that when that Cypher is. Oh, hello. Share on the flank, on the rotate, on the
down,
pinch.
B.
Coop in his corner. Is there any respect for this spot? Any respect at all?
There.
T-Sword just going to plant in basically default.
Spike
Coop
planted.
very patient. No respect. Trigger discipline. Just a little bit of an awkward jump scare. It might not be October anymore. Bunny Fufu's going to be popping this Empress. Lion Gamer and
Empress.
Pydros. It's 2 awkward
One enemy
angles.
remaining.
Lion Gamer, great shot.
One
Up
enemy
to
remaining.
Bunny Fufu.
1v1.
Deletes Coup. Right off the map.
oh,
Lion
Lion Gamer ready. Lion Gamer's been a huge play in that little box over there from the attacker side. I mean, how many kills have we seen him get in the last 2 rounds? 5 over
Yeah.
there, working his way towards that box,
Just
towards B
lurking,
main, but
rapping.
just lurking, playing patient.
Mm-hmm.
And Coop's corner, you know, we might as well just get it trademarked at this point. It's up to 14 kills in 10 rounds. Huge on the defense. The defense wins here for Space Mode.
Yeah, no, an excellent defensive effort. I mean, we're talking about 6 rounds in a row, 6 out of 7 of your rounds. I mean, you can even go as far as to say Space Mode has won the last 7 out of 8 rounds, and that's momentum, right? That's what you want to see, what you want to know. Donut Lord going to be popping this wall early. Going to get sprayed way down as the attackers look to swing. Share, good shots. Just going to trade a lot of damage here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the spike going down already. Dapper increasing the speed at which we play here so fast. But really, the attackers don't have great control over this site. And Lion Gamer's just going to sit here on point. Going to get pulled, going to get vulnerable. T-Sword, the rest of the team kind of wrapping things up as Lion Gamer just pros don't fake.
He's known for that too. We've seen him do that a couple times over the weeks.
Last
Not
round
gonna
in
get
the
that
half.
final kill, but we've seen Lion Gamer just stick it and hope for the best.
Yep.
And it pays off there. Here is the timeout coming in for Vandals and from Coach Discount. Try to win that last round. Although, you know, you never want to throw a round. However, if you do, it is the 9-3 curse if you do lose this round if you are Vandals. So I'm
9-3 curse?
I'm just put it out there, you know.
You know, I don't think we've seen very much of the 9-3 curse in Oath this season. Obviously, a prevalent meme in the a prevalent, maybe not a meme, but more so just a thing that happens. You know, you get up 9-3. You've had a great first half, and then suddenly things
and then you stink.
Spoil, yeah, and just you can't get lucky on your sprays. Your aim punch is too high, and the economy keeps breaking. Who knows? A 9-3 curse to end week 7? That would be insane. Obviously, Space Mode trying to hold on, trying to set themselves apart, secure themselves that first seed overall. Here at the end of week 7, obviously the standings so close as we get closer to the championship, as we get closer to Oath finals, just happening not this weekend but the next 11-11. Look forward to it. Mark your calendars. Should be excellent if it's anything like these seasons have been so far. Donut Lord still holding this angle. Share. Just the swing, the clear. I'm just going to peek it. I'm just going to send it. And Dapper going to get this spike down early. We obviously have that lockdown drone set up to go. And I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Discount really helped the team make a really good plan for this last round on the attack. Oh, wow. Share.
Another pick from Share. 2 on the round.
Really great. She's been excellent. Dapper now finding typicality, and it's up to Lion Gamer, and who's coming alive right here in this moment. 8 life left, though. Through that box, and Rat Kid has a lot of angles to kind of care about. T-Sword gonna end this thing off with a win. I mean, that's what you want. Last round, you just gotta say, hey, we got one to go in, end that drought, right? And we have an 8-4 half.
I think really the timeout there was to say, hey, got a really good plan here to win this last round of the half. Give us a little bit of a chance, especially if we win the pistol and the bonus. You know, then it's 8-6.
Yeah.
You know, so if you win that last round before the half, it's also really a good time to get kind of a coaching mindset and tell your players, let them know what the plan is for defense.
Yep.
You know, going into that second half. So I think a really good place timed out there for Vandals as they're now on the defense side. First round win in 7 rounds. So
yeah, it's
better late than never.
Before this thing gets out of hand. Obviously, Space Mode here coming through market. The timing.
The team shots.
Teamwork's there. T-Sword, how with that knife out? Breach utility typicality just kind of catching Coop just a little bit. But the rest of the team really rotating onto B. And I mean, this thing is mucked up in terms of utility. We've got the stars, the poles, your favorite kid getting that spike down. And finally, we're seeing Vandals collect a kill off the back of Cher, who's been an excellent duelist, not only today, but throughout the seasons. Always a flashy playmaker. Gonna be taking out that cage.
Last player standing.
What are you supposed to do when you
high
swing?
low. Oh, the hat! the hat, the top hat, or the whatever hat. There's so many angles to check.
That's so well.
Hydros.
They played so
many
well.
angles.
I mean, it just caught in
9-4.
the crossfire, every bit the crossfire. And that's an excellent round. Not only do you get the spike down, you also win that round. You're able to force pretty aggressively, right? And basically, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but Space Mode looking to snowball this lead here into the attacking rounds. It could be really interesting to see how they handle this thing right now. I actually think we might see a little bit of a default. Not really. Gonna see the full swing share, trying to hold down that middle angle, but having to give it up with that smoke, just not really anything to do with it. Interestingly, the spike has yet to be picked up. Now Rat Kid grabbing it. We could see mid to B or mid to A. Yeah, cast a curse, right?
I knew you were about to say that as Rat Kid was working their way over to pick it up.
Yeah. Blender setup going here. Not going to be able to actually catch anybody. Trying to go before. Oh, Share though.
Oh.
Sheriff. And it's a 4v3 here on site. Typicality leading the charge. Going to be blasting through T-Sword and the Lion Gamer. Look, these people are stacked on top of each other. They're making every gunfight a 2v1. So powerful, Bunny Fufu trying to find an angle, find an exit frag. But Pydros, Sheriff in a Dream, 3 shots in that chamber. Gonna reload, smart. Typicality of the swing. Heard that reload. Got him. That's a gift.
10-4.
Absolutely.
Man, Space Mode playing honestly pretty aggressive on their attacking half. You know, they were kind of reserved, bar those first 2 rounds on defense, but they were kind of more reserved defense. Let the bomb get planted and then go from there, but not wasting any time on the offense side. You know, they were a little bit more patient that last round than the first round of the second half, but once they got that first pick or the trade on to Share, they were like, okay, we're here at B, we have spike, let's go get the spike planted. Won in the round, 10-4, running out of rounds to make it happen if you're Vandals.
Yeah, this angle from Buddy Coop could be really important, but Coop, just like I was saying earlier,
all game.
every one of them is a 2v1 gunfight, and that's just disciplined Valorant. Share gonna be able to strike back T-Sword, gun out, but actually getting a really nice spray onto Coop.
Huh?
And it's a 2v2. Huh, indeed, Dapper. Pydros going to be using some of the utility to actually control the spike just a little bit. Popping the Blender. One people standing on top of each other. Lion Gamer comes out on top. Collects the 11th round win for Space Mode. Ah, and 3 in a row here for Space Mode. What are you calling here? It's 11-4. You could either try to force up, try to prevent them from winning that 12th round, or do you save and hope to send things into overtime?
Well, it looks like they are going to force up because really you don't want to really waste this round on no guns, because then you're stuck with, you can't make any mistakes, whereas right now you can still technically make a mistake, give up a round. But really not a lot of options to work with for Vandals. You know, they won that first matchup. They won that first matchup against Space Mode, but Space Mode took the last one close and really just were better. They seem better prepared.
That's amazing.
Going into this matchup.
But so quickly.
Oh, you gotta get away.
It's the rest of the team. Like, Bunny Fufu really wants this Vandal, but there's just no opportunity to go and fetch it. Share getting really aggressive, gonna be able to maybe find Coop, but Coop faster on the trigger finger this time. Takes out probably the most prominent duelist on the side of Vandals here in this critical round. Rat Kid making an impact there on
I know exactly where
Typical. We're gonna see the Cypher link. And Coop just aware, T-Sword getting a nice pick onto Coop. But really it's Bunny Fufu. Gonna have to play pretty smart here. Gonna find Rat Kid, and suddenly it's a 2v2. This is possible. Absolutely possible here. The spike's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You have KO to kind of deny some of these angles, but that's a big flashbang. No swing, though, as Lion Gamer makes that cross using that shadow step. Bunny Fufu's going to try to peek fast, but checks the wrong angle. Space Mode cleans it up. What was a 2v2 becomes a 0-2. As a Space Mode
Match
just
point.
having the better tactics in that moment. We're gonna see another timeout. Try to right this ship. Send us into overtime. It's dire. It's dire here on the front lines. Isaac.
I mean, how good has Lion Gamer been over there towards B main? Even
Fantastic.
whenever they were on defense, he would
Yep.
sneak in there and find 2 or 3 rounds once the round was coming to a close, working its way towards the end of the time. But
Right.
he would just find the picks, man. And once again, doing it this time on offense. 17 kills for him, Coop 19, Typicality 19 as well. Really, each of them having their own kind of pop-off stage. Coop really starting out of the gate early, with that first bit of pressure. Typicality kind of carrying him through those middle rounds, and now Lion Gamer here towards the end on these attacking rounds, kind of leading the charge. But if your discount, what do you tell them? What do you tell the Vandals team to potentially bring this back? If
Play your game.
if you are gonna start that massive mountain climb, you have to start somewhere. You have to start the small steps. You don't go straight to the summit.
Yeah, and discount is smart enough as a coach, is well versed. I believe that she and her team actually ended up winning last season, so it's not out of the question that she knows what to say in these moments. But you're right, it is one step at a time for Vandals here as they look to defy destiny in these moments. And so default. I mean, look at the most passive angles possible. Obviously, some of that coaching coming in. Hey, just chill. It's important to preserve the even advantage or even get ahead. But we don't need to peek, and both teams even on this default waiting, wishing. I mean, not a lot of utility going out early in this one, as both teams just kind of posture who's going to blink first. And it looks like this attack's going to be happening through market. Pushing with the Omen. The pole is going to slow things down just a little bit. Pydros finds 2. And this could be the first net positive round that we've seen. Typicality trying to slam the door on this one. Rat Kid, though, on the minimap, is actually rotating all the way around. Typicality finding Dapper, evening this thing up. Share 2.
And now they've got numbers
crazy.
advantage.
Numbers advantage and to A. A is completely open. It's such a smart rotation coming out.
enemy remaining.
Not this time.
Ace.
Typicality 4 on the round. And is up to T-Sword.
10 seconds
T-Sword
left.
versus 3.
Spike
Typicality
planted.
angling for that ace. And he's going to have to move fast. I mean, we're on the wrong side of the map, boss. KO. T-Sword. Gotta do it now. Do or die. As has to clear so many angles. I mean, we've already seen how deadly Space Mode is on these angles. Typicality ends this thing.
The ace to
Attack
end
call.
it. We had the flawless to end the game last game, and now we have an ace to end the game for our second game of the night. What a night of Valorant here in Week 7 on Sunset. You can't really for a better end to the season. We got one more week, but this was the last map of the last week of our scheduled maps. So I really liked what I saw here from Sunset here on Sunset.
Yep.
A 153 econ rating from Typicality is absolutely nuts. Almost a 400 combat score. I mean, you can't really ask for a better performance unless you just straight up go flawless, which, just won't happen. So
most kills, most assists, least amount of deaths.
What a night from Space Mode.
Yeah. And that's going to secure them a 5-2 at the end of the Week 7. Solidly first place so far, but and I think the only team possible to actually is that a secured first seed, Isaac?
believe so. I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure, but because I'm not sure on the head-to-head matchups, but just based on them having a 5-2 record going into week 8, I feel like
Yeah.
the tiebreaker is in their favor. And if they just win next week, it won't matter anyway.
That's true. That's true. They control their own destiny, especially going into the finals. Again, November 11th, mark your calendars, in-person event. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be an all-day affair. And we don't want to do it with anybody else, Isaac. You've been a joy, a pleasure to cast with here tonight. And we'll continue to be next week, next Thursday, and then even that Saturday. So a lot of oath happening next week. Hope you pack your sandwich, pack your big brain. We're going to have a great one coming up soon. Anything else to add here before we go?
It's kind of just Oath-vember, really. Oath-vember.
Yeah.
Everything's taken off. All things Oath here. So
I love that.
mean, definitely be sure to come back next week as we wrap up our season, our regular season on Thursday, and like you said, the finals next Saturday, the 11th. I'm excited. I'm, every day that we get closer to those finals, I get more and more excited. I do a little bit more research, get more stats. So I'm really looking forward to our finals.
Yeah, and so without further ado, we will send you off for the rest of your evening. Thanks for sharing it with us. Speak for everybody when we all say one family, one big oath. Always a pleasure. So we will catch you next Tuesday for Overwatch, next Thursday for Valorant, and then obviously the finals so soon, so rapid. Looking forward to it. Have a good night. Peace out.